Oh, mostly Man United fans. Let's talk about Man United. We tried to get Jaden last week. I don't know what was happening. Like she wasn't able to speak and that, but she's here now. So Jade, unmute yourself, please.
Hey,
What's going on? What's going on?
hey. United. Okay.
United, United.
See, I spoke to my brother Saturday morning. I was like, "Oh, are you watching the game?" He's like, "No, just no." I said, "Okay, you're not trying to ruin your day, yeah? All right, cool." Um, it's it's painful. It's painful. Like the errors are glaring. You can see it coming a mile off. Like you've got players pushing up when they don't need to. So there's situations where you've got your centre back pressuring their right back, like in the right back position. Make it make sense. Like, you don't have that pace. You're gonna get beat, and then we're exposed. Like,
The thing is, it sounds like it's the same old story every week.
it is, it is, and there's always something. It's like, okay, we're gonna blame the manager. We're gonna blame this player. We're gonna blame that player. But when you're looking at it, like, bruh, okay, this is really, we're consistent at doing this shit, so clearly something's going wrong. So yeah, all those previous excuses are not working anymore. Like it's just consistently poor.
So then the question becomes: do you deal with this for the rest of the season, or can something change? Can something change? Because what
But
we're in February now. We're mid February. We've played. I don't. How many games played? 23, 24.
I can't even remember.
So you've probably got about 14 games left to really put a stake in that top four race. And how confident you are you about that?
I'm confident that we'll do it, but I feel like we'll do it by the skin of our teeth. I don't
Yeah.
think like we're gonna do it with games to spare or anything like that. It's literally gonna come down to the wire. Absolute skin of our teeth. And then at the end of it, it'll be like, oh yeah, we got top four, but that's papering over cracks.
Well, I mean, you're gonna need that top four to really generate the income to make the changes that you want to see.
Yeah.
And everybody else that's kind of competing for top four are really messing up as well. It seems like nobody really wants it. So
Yeah.
down to the wire is a real thing. Ashley,
Yep.
Ben, do you not feel the same?
Um, I don't know. um, I've kind of given up on top four, to be honest. So if it happens, sort of thing. But it is the same thing every week. But Man United, performance-wise, it's weird, isn't it? Because they play well for 45 minutes, and then they kind of go. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so nice. This headset's dodgy. Yeah, they play well for 45 minutes, and then in the second half it just goes. This is why when it's 1-0 at half time, I keep saying to everyone, I've seen this movie before. I know how it's gonna end. Jonathan could tell you. At 1-0, I told him I knew how the game was gonna end, and it ended that way. Like I just know what's gonna happen. And yeah, we used to blame Ollie. But I'm not blaming Ranić for this. There's clearly a culture of just being shitbags in that dressing room. Yeah, and uh, and yeah, it's just bad, man. And do you know what? It's them English boys, bro. It's
Well,
the English boys,
them
man.
privileged boys.
They're privileged brothers. I'm telling you, yeah, it's them, and it's not. I don't know how it's going to change, innit? I don't know. I don't know what they need to do. Obviously, I don't think top four papers over the cracks because we don't have a permanent manager anyway. So top four helps you in terms of your new manager. So he kind of needs that. But I'm tired having the same conversation about Man United every week, man. Just whatever. Maguire, Jesus Christ, he needs to be benched. Obviously, I get why he came back in the team was because Lindelof, the family issue or whatever, because he had dropped Maguire, but Lindelof obviously had to come back in. It's going to sound crazy to say it, but for me, I'm dropping Bruno. You know, I'm dropping Bruno,
Okay.
and if he's playing a 4-3-3, yeah, you need one of them to be sitting. I trust in that 4-3-3. I trust McTominay to take Bruno's role and work up and down in a way
Box
that
to box,
he's
box to box.
in a way that he's not. And I'm sorry, Paul Pogba is better than Bruno. He's clearly our best midfielder. It's so obvious when we're playing. He's just streets ahead.
Thank you.
So he has to play. So therefore, if he has to play, it means the man that you have to sacrifice is Bruno Fernandes. And I just want to have my weekly dig. I understand Cavani's not available again tomorrow and it's his birthday today. I don't want to, say it's because it's his birthday or whatever, but the man's taking more annual leave, innit?
Wow.
Get that man out of my club.
I mean, what is it about Bruno that's droppable? Is he just in bad form, or is there just something about him that just
It's about the
doesn't
good of the
guarantee?
team. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not producing. Now, I would also say at the moment I would leave Ronaldo out, but you can't because Cavani don't want to play.
Mm.
So you have to play Ronaldo through the bad form and just hope that once the ball goes in the net, he's going to remember that he's Ronaldo and do a little bit more. But yeah, I'd drop Rashford as well.
That's a lot of dropping you're doing there, man.
No, I'm dropping 2 man. Well, 3 man because actually I'm dropping 4 man. Shit, because I'm dropping Luke Shaw for Tellez. But Tellez was out because of COVID, innit? So he couldn't have been picked. That's the only reason Shaw came back in the team. So yeah, I'm bringing in Fred for Bruno. I'm bringing in Tellez for Shaw and Lindelof for what's his name? Maguire, yeah. Because Varane's been playing well last few weeks, and if we didn't have Varane the last few weeks, yeah, boy, it could have been messy. But it is what it is. I'm just glad that my boy Dallow's playing well, and Wan-Bissaka can stay where he is.
Oh yes, because Wan-Bissaka's not in the team either. Jesus. Yes, there needs to be a major shift in the attitude of the players. But then it makes you question. Obviously, Oli had his limitations. Well, was that also because of the attitude of the players as well? So he can't really
Possibly,
be
but
completely
you can't be there for 3 years, and if you're there for 3 years as a manager, yeah, and that's the attitude, then clearly you're not doing something as well. Ranić's been there for 10 weeks, so I'm not going to blame the manager for this. When Oli had them guys for 3 years and kept telling us how they're such great guys and blah 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 blah. So yeah,
when you got the substitute teacher, yeah, and you're mocking it, but you kind of play it nice so he don't run off.
But the problem with Ranić is it is literally that, because they know he's not going to be there long term. So why do you need to play nice?
This is true. But if he gets the job,
he ain't getting a job.
You think season's done and he's done at Man United, yeah?
He's not getting. No,
He
he'll
don't
be
even
there.
want that job, bruv. He don't want that job.
He don't want that job. I think he wants Ten Hag, innit? I think that's his thing. But I reckon there's going to be beef in the boardroom about that one, because Fergie's got too much influence, man.
He's still pulling strings behind the scenes.
Fergie's going to want Poch.
It's a mess at Man United, isn't it? It's a mess.
Let's talk about Wolves or something, man.
Big mess,
Oh.
big mess. Anyway, let me. Mine is gonna be quick. Boy, I'm done with. I'm done with thinking that we're gonna get top four. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. I've got no faith in that team no more. And it's just the attitudes. The attitudes of the players are just fuck stink. And you got, as Ashley says, they've been having this attitude for 3 years. So it's not really if you're going to blame anyone, you have to blame Ollie because Ollie let them get away with this constantly. And the attitude is just so poor. It's just so poor. And that's all it is really, most of it is attitude because then their attitude means that they're not listening to what the coach is saying or they do it for 45 minutes and then they think that I don't know what it is. Last year, it was like the second half, they'll be playing good. This year, it's like the first half. What they can't stitch two halves of football together and put it in a performance. Yeah. Anyway, if we make it, we make it. If we don't, well, I know we know why. It's these players' attitude. So yeah, it is what it is.
Boy, it's looking a bit mad. It's looking a bit mad for Man United. I can't even lie to you.